We know that serotonin is a factor in how long men last in bed, how long it takes them to reach ejaculation. And this is particularly the case for guys who've always been on the quicker side, maybe always within a minute or so. Men with so-called lifelong premature ejaculation. And taking SSRI medication that raises serotonin levels in the brain helps men to last longer. Not for every guy, but it usually makes a noticeable difference. And for some men, it feels like the only thing that works. So if you struggle to make sex last satisfactorily for you and your partner, are your serotonin levels too low? Should you test your serotonin levels? Because at-home serotonin test kits are available. And when you Google low serotonin, etc., they come up in the results as ads. And a few guys have asked me, quite sensibly, whether these are worth doing to help track down the cause of their PE. You pay £50 or £60, sometimes more, and the lab sends you a urine test kit. And you send back the sample in the supplied envelope, and a week or so later you get the results. And it'll say whether your serotonin levels are low or regular or too high. Now these tests have their uses, I think, but for men concerned about premature ejaculation, I wouldn't bother. Save your £60. Why? Because these urine or sometimes blood tests don't indicate the level of serotonin in your brain. They measure the amount of serotonin that your body is producing, because most of our serotonin is in the body. It's produced in the gut. A much smaller amount resides in the brain, and it's the serotonin in the brain that we're interested in here, and that can only be produced in the brain. The stuff in your body can't pass through the blood-brain barrier. These at-home tests, they might be useful for other conditions. Testing for tumours, for example, that produce higher levels of serotonin outside the brain. To analyse the levels of serotonin in your brain, you'd need to be testing your spinal fluid. And that is a completely different procedure. It's not something you're going to be attempting at home. Probably not in a clinic either, because there are risks involved. And the other thing about serotonin and premature ejaculation, it's probably not as simple as low serotonin equals faster ejaculations. There are a couple of specific serotonin receptors in the brain that seem to affect ejaculatory timing. They play a role in the transport of signals coming up and down from the lower body to the brain via the spinal cord. Now, if this modulation system is on the weaker side, boosting serotonin levels with SSRI pills seems to overcome it a bit. But it doesn't mean our serotonin levels are running too low, especially if PE is the only symptom we have. What can you do instead? There are multiple ways to boost your serotonin levels in your brain and in your body. Diet, lifestyle, activity. See my other video about that. And it can certainly help with your sexual function and your mood in general. And you may want to consider trying an SSRI medication. Definitely speak with your doctor about that if so. Speak with your doctor if you have any concerns about PE or any aspect of your health. Don't just listen to some therapist on YouTube. Lifelong premature ejaculation is immensely frustrating and it's really common. There are plenty of things we can do about it, and the more organic the better, in my opinion. So see my other videos for more resources and help on this, and I hope this has cleared up a few things. Put your money away. Thank you for watching.